Hello everyone, Basic Ollie here. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another video. I thought we could make a quick video on what to expect from Season 3 of iRacing in 2023. Now there's quite a few new cars coming and a few new tracks, so we'll quickly go over those, and we'll also discuss the new series that are coming to iRacing as well, and maybe some new series that we'd like to see but aren't quite in their service yet, but would be exciting to see them join. Maybe one day. So, firstly, let's talk about the new Caddy LMDH. Now, this has not been officially confirmed yet, but we do fully expect to see it on the service. iRacing have released a teaser trailer for it. There's no actual footage of the car, but the speed at which it goes around the track and the sound, we are 99% sure that it is going to be a Cadillac LMDH, unless there's something else with a big old V8 motor and can go around the track as quick as that. So we fully expect to see the Caddy LMDH to join for Season 3. Now, the LMP3 is also joining. Now, this one was a bit of a surprise to me because I was always been told that the LMP3 was not something that iRacing were particularly interested in, especially now after they've announced it. It's also been announced that it's going to be dropped from the IMSA series as well. So will it join the IMSA series on iRacing? That is a very good question. I don't think so. I think what's going to happen is the LMP3 is going to join the European Sprint Series or European Endurance Series, along with the Cadillac LMDH. Now, that series currently has 7 cars, and as many of you may know, iRacing has an 8-car limit. Not so much that you can only have 8 cars on the track, you can have up to about 60 on iRacing. More of the case of the fact that you can only have 8 different types of cars. So, with those cars joining, I fully expect for IMSA, if it does join, it will drop one of the GT3 cars, and actually it would have to join. It would have to drop 2, wouldn't it? Because it's already at the limit, and you'd have to add the Caddy LMDH as well. So I just can't imagine they'll add the LMP3 to IMSA. So I'd be very, very surprised if they did. But as for the European Sprint Series and Endurance Series, if they added both of them, which I fully expect to do, they will have to drop 1 car. What car they drop, I don't know. It would be one of the GTE cars for sure. Which one that would be, who knows? Maybe the oldest one. I feel like that might be the BMW, but you guys could potentially correct me in the comments. But even still, this might be the perfect time, being completely frank, as the GTE is kind of being dropped in real life because it is just so expensive. I think it might be the case to just drop the GTEs completely and put the GT3s in there. But I don't see that happening, because I feel like if that was the case, then iRacing would have already told people essentially that the GTE is going to be dropped next season, so people can stop purchasing any GTE cars and whatnot. And yeah, I think people would be pretty peeved, or you'd be pretty peeved if you just spent $12.95 on a GTE car only for it to be discontinued, you know, in the next couple of weeks. That would suck. That would suck. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, that is not the case. As much as I'd like to see GT3s join, you know, if they were going to join it, you know, notice should probably given out a couple of weeks ago rather than when it's like 2-3 weeks away from the new season. Who knows? Maybe after this video they might actually make that announcement, and we'll see. It'll be a sad day to see the meme MA and the amazing Porsche 911 GTE being dropped, because that thing sounds absolutely amazing every time you go past it, and it's absolutely brilliant to drive as well. Now, there's 2 new tracks coming to the service. So again, one of them has been confirmed. I don't know too much about the track, I've got to be honest with you. I've never really heard of it until iRacing announced that they were going to add it to the game. Fingers crossed it'll be popular. I don't know if it will be. Jerez was... yeah, it's not been the most popular track, I don't think, Jerez. I've purchased it myself, and I've gone around it a few times, and I do actually really enjoy the track, but yeah, I don't think it's the most popular in the world. So yeah, I feel like this new track, which I think is also in Spain, won't be that popular either. Willow Springs, I think, will be definitely the most popular out of the 2 new tracks that are coming to iRacing in Season 3. It is a very, very difficult track to get right. The last corner is made from hell. And yes, if you go wide there, you are going to go off into Narnia or enter the pits and get a speed limit penalty. So, or a speed in the pits penalty, I should say. Sorry. So yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting. Who knows what cars will go there? And yeah, I wish you all the best if you are going to be racing around Willow Springs. Again, not confirmed, but we fully expect it because yeah, it's absolutely deadly. It's one of those tracks. If you go off, then yeah, it's just see you later. As simple as that, really. You ain't coming back from that. You'll be going and just driving off, and you will not be able to slow down. So it'll be it'll be quite something. But I'm sure there'll be plenty of memes from it as well, to be fair. Sure there'll be plenty of memes. Yeah, so you got the two new tracks. Now, what I'd like to see with all the stuff that has been added for Season 3 is a couple of new series, actually. But one of the first new series that has been confirmed is the Nordschleife is going to be mixed with different cars. So a little bit different to what iRacing does at the moment. So currently what iRacing does is the tracks stay the same, or the tracks change every week, sorry, but the cars stay the same. So to give an example, VRS, it would just be the GT3 cars, and every week the track would change, but the cars stay the same. Not with this series. The way it works, it just stays at the Nordschleife, and then you'll have different cars. It's only one car for the whole week, but then it changes week after week. So you really can get some laps around the Nordschleife in, because there'll always be a race available at the Nordschleife. And yeah, I think it'll be good fun. I do think it'll be good fun. How popular will it be? I'd like to think fairly popular, especially I think when it goes to the free cars. I think it will be particularly popular. I think it will. I think it might boost a lot there. I think maybe when GT3s are there as well, I think that would be nice and popular as well. That's the only new series to be confirmed, but I do fully expect the LMP3 and GT4 to have their own standalone series. So currently in real life, there is a series where LMP3 and GT4 cars run at the same time. Now, iRacing could definitely add this, and I think they will, and it could be a multi-class series where the license restrictions are maybe a little bit less than usual. I think maybe it could be a D or a C for multi-class, and yeah, I think that could be a really, really good series, that, to be honest with you. I know the LMP3 car is a bit of a meme in real life, but I think maybe on this service, it could be genuinely good fun, especially with the GT4 stuff. And maybe we might just see an endurance series with that that runs every week, just like we do in VRS. Talking of endurance series, though, one series that I'd desperately like to see that we don't currently have yet is a Porsche Cup endurance series. Now, we don't have one of those yet. We do get the Porsche Cup that runs in the Fanatec endurance series. But that is only 4 races in the year. And it does also run in the Nürburgring Endurance Championship. But I'd like to see it in its own standalone series. The Porsche Cup is one of the best cars on the service. It is very popular. I think it's right up there with one of the most popular series. You'll always see people running it regardless of the track. Some weeks it's even more popular than the VRS. But yeah, I would like to see an endurance series with it, because I think I think the car is just good for endurance racing, to be honest. It also has a thing where the fuel and tyres change at different times, so it's definitely got more strategy than the current way of doing things, where the fuel and tyres change at the same time. Because at the moment, there's not too much strategy. It's kind of been taken away with that option. So yeah, there's not too much that you can do in the pits. So yeah, there's basically a rundown of the things we expect to see for next season, and there's a few things as well which I hope to see, things that haven't really been confirmed yet. If there's any series you'd like to see that come to iRacing, please let me know in the comments. And if you think they're going to increase the car limit as well, I don't think they will. I fully expect that to take a while. Oh, one quick note as well, actually, is we need to have a word about the European Sprint Series and European Endurance Series. We need a change of name, because it just, half the time it's not in Europe. I don't know why it's still called it. I've got to be frank. It's going to be called the Global Endurance Series for next season. So basically the way iRacing get around not hosting or not having the rights for Le Mans 24-hour is they will create a series called the Global Endurance Series, which replaces the 6-hour series with a 24-hour series. and it just goes to different tracks, and the mult is always an option. So yeah, expect the 6-hour series to disappear for this season, and a 24-hour series to come along. Now, as always, if you enjoyed the video, please just consider leaving a like on it, and maybe subscribe to the channel as well, and I will catch you for the next one, boys and girls. Take care, have an awesome rest of your day. Ta-da.